All right, let's dive into the world of spy novels.
Ooh, sounds intriguing.
It is. We're going deep with the top 25.
Top 25.
Yep, according to Tristan and the Classics on YouTube.
Ah, they always have such great
What?
lists.
They've dug through tons of best of lists, got expert opinions, even looked at,
Cultural impact.
exactly, like which books really made a mark.
So we're not just talking popularity, but like quality too.
Exactly. We got 25 books to unpack, so.
Buckle up.
Haha, right. So we've got some familiar names right off the bat. Ian Fleming's James Bond,
A class.
Solzhenitsyn from Russia with Love, Casino Royale.
The blueprint for the modern spy thriller. Almost.
Almost.
Mm.
But Tristan and the Classics also included authors who went a different direction, like John le Carré.
Oh, Le Carré, yeah, the spy who came in from the cold, Tinker Tailor soldier spy.
And guess what? Tinker Tailor is #1.
Wow. So a little less action, more realism, psychological depth with Le Carré.
Yeah, super interesting. And speaking of realism, I'm intrigued by The Day of the Jackal by Frederick Forsyth.
Oh,
Yeah, it's based on a real assassination attempt on Charles de Gaulle.
high stakes.
No kidding. Yeah. But, it's not all serious espionage all the time. Tristan and the Classics threw in The Third Man by Graham Greene.
Oh, nice. A little,
Thank you.
little humor, a little satire.
Gotta have some fun, right?
Absolutely. Though speaking of Green, The Quiet American is on the list too, and that one.
Yeah, it's a bit heavier, right? Explores some moral dilemmas. Vietnam War is a backdrop.
Green's great with that moral ambiguity.
Right. So we're seeing variety here. Tone, setting, Cold War Berlin, 1960s Cuba, even World War II.
Quite the range.
Speaking of World War II, The Eye of the Needle by Ken Follett really grabbed my attention.
Ooh, where's that?
Tristan and the Classics described it as a Nazi spy uncovering the D-Day deception plan.
Oh, wow.
And get this, he's got a penchant for stiletto blades.
Yikes. Talk about a page-turner.
Right. And we can't forget Tom Clancy, The Hunt for Red October, Silent Soviet Submarine, Rogue Captains, Transatlantic Chase,
The Cold War brought to life.
And Clancy's all about the technical details, right? So it feels so real.
Oh, yeah, like you're right there in the sub.
Totally. And then there's Stieg Larsson, the girl with the dragon tattoo, taking us into a world of family secrets and violence.
Yeah, Larson brought a whole new edge to the genre.
Darker, definitely.
But with those compelling, flawed characters you can't look away from.
It's amazing just from these first few books how much ground we're covering.
We've got classics, modern stuff, realism, pure escapism.
Like a buffet for spy novel fans.
And we're just getting started. There's so much more to explore.
I'm ready. Let's see what other gems Tristan and the Classics dug up for us. All right, back for more of these top spy novels. And it's interesting, right? How many of these stories, they kind of deal with like moral ambiguity.
Oh, for sure.
Who are the good guys really? Especially when you're dealing with secrets, espionage.
Yeah, that's what makes the genre so gripping.
Right. Like, take The Honorable Schoolboy by Le Carré, for example.
Yeah.
After uncovering a mole, George Smiley ends up in this
A web of intrigue.
totally in Southeast Asia.
I can imagine.
And you see these characters really wrestling with their conscience, questioning everything.
like their whole worldview gets shaken up.
Yeah. And it's not just Le Carré, right? We also have The Odessa File by Forsyth.
Oh, that's a chilling one.
Super chilling. It deals with this network that helped former SS members escape after World War II.
That's...
Nibby stuff.
It is. And what's even more unsettling is it's based on real events.
Right. Forsyth, he doesn't shy away from the dark side of history.
And makes you confront it head on.
Yeah, exactly. Like evil doesn't just vanish,
Definitely not.
But hey, let's lighten things up a bit.
Okay, good idea.
We've got The Charm School by Nelson DeMille on this list too.
The Charm School, huh?
It's about this secret Soviet charm school training KGB agents to blend into American society.
Oh, wow. So like a Cold War?
The Cold War, yeah, with a twist of humor,
DeMille always has that satirical edge.
Right. Not all gloom and doom in the spy world, I guess.
Definitely.
Okay, gotta admit, I'm a sucker for amnesia plots.
Oh, yeah.
Big time. So, The Bourne Identity by Robert Ludlum definitely caught my eye.
A man with no memory, but crazy fighting skills.
And those skills come in handy. Classic for a reason, right?
For sure. That fear of losing your identity, it's universal.
Plus the action, the mystery. Always a good combo.
Always.
And speaking mystery, we have The Quiet American by Graham Greene, another one on the list.
Oh, yeah. Green, again, with the moral ambiguity.
Yeah, Vietnam setting, love triangle, British journalist, American aid worker, Vietnamese woman.
So many layers.
Greene's so good at that.
He is. Love, loss, betrayal, all against this backdrop of war,
It's really amazing how this lists just so many different authors, styles,
Right? Each book is so unique.
like psychological depth, historical accuracy, escapism,
Something for everyone.
truly. And we're not even done yet.
Nope, we've got more to uncover.
Let's dive back in. There's Red Sparrow by Jason Matthews. I'm really curious about this one.
What's that one about?
Russian agent, trained in seduction and manipulation.
Ooh, sounds intense.
Imagine the mind games. Psychological warfare, right?
Espionage isn't just about gadgets and missions.
No, it's about getting inside your opponent's head.
Playing the long game.
Exactly. Okay, here's a fun one. Slow Horses by Mick Herron.
Slow horses?
Yes, disgraced MI5 agents stuck in a dead-end department.
Sounds like a spy comedy almost.
Right. Herron's great with those flawed, memorable characters.
Not your typical suave spies.
More like underdogs.
Love it.
And what about The Sympathizer by Viet Thanh Nguyen, Vietnamese double agent during the war? Talk about internal conflict, right?
Oh yeah, Nguyen's novel, it's incredibly powerful.
More than just a spy thriller, right?
For sure. It's about identity, loyalty, the cost of war.
It stays with you long after you finish it, huh?
It does.
And we can't forget Gorky Park by Martin Cruz Smith, classic Cold War thriller.
Murder mystery in Soviet Russia, right?
Detective trying to uncover the truth in this system of secrets.
So much paranoia.
And yet, there's courage, too. People standing up for justice.
It's always there somewhere.
It's like, throughout this list, we're seeing these recurring themes: betrayal, moral dilemmas.
Good versus evil, the classic struggle.
And that's what makes a spy novel great, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Tristan and the classics, they really nailed it with this list.
They did. We've covered a lot, but
There's still more.
more twists and turns await. On to the final part of our deep dive. Okay, final part of our spy novel journey. We've talked themes, authors, history, but now I want to get into the details,
Good stuff.
the moments that stick with you. So, starting with our number one, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Such a great pick.
It's all suspense, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that climax, when Smiley confronts the mole,
It's not action-packed, but
no, but it's intense. That weight of betrayal.
Dakari, he's a master at that, building the tension, the paranoia.
Like you're right there with Smiley, trying to figure it all out.
And when the truth comes out,
Whew, it's a lot.
it is.
Speaking of intense, The Day of the Jackal. We talked about the real-life inspiration. But what makes Forsyth's version so gripping?
Well, the detail, for one. You're practically walking through the assassination plan with the jackal.
Step by step.
Yeah, forging documents, building the rifle. Chilling but fascinating.
It's like he's giving you a how-to guide, almost.
Right, but it's also a testament to his research, how real he makes it feel.
And then there's the chase itself. The police trying to stop him.
The clock is ticking.
Talk about suspense.
Edge of your seat stuff.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. The Third Man, we mentioned the humor, the satire. What makes it so unique?
Well, imagine this. An American pulp Western writer goes to Vienna after the war, meets his friend,
Sounds pretty normal so far.
but the friend turns out to be dead. Mysterious circumstances.
Oh, okay, now we're talking.
And suddenly he's in this world of black market, spies, chases through the sewers.
Sewers. That's not very glamorous.
That's the point. Green plays with the spy tropes, adds humor, absurdity.
And Vienna after the war, that adds another layer, right?
Absolutely. Moral ambiguity, blurred lines between right and wrong.
Sounds like a really interesting mix.
It is.
Okay, let's talk action. The Hunt for Red October. Got to be some intense scenes in there.
Oh, tons. But one that stands out, you're inside the submarine, crews on edge, enemy ships closing in.
Claustrophobic, I bet.
Incredibly. And Clancy, with all the technical accuracy.
You feel like you're really there.
You do. The pressure, the strategy, it's all there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now to a more modern one, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. What stands out for you?
Well, that opening scene, it grabs you right away, sets the tone for the whole book. And then there's Lisbeth Salander.
Oh, she's iconic.
Brilliant hacker, but also this survivor, so complex.
One of those characters you don't forget.
Exactly.
It's incredible how these books can transport you, introduce you to these amazing characters.
It's the mix, isn't it? Strong characters, intricate plots, settings that feel so real.
And they make you think.
Oh, yeah, they do. Betrayal, loyalty, good versus evil. They show us the dark side of humanity, but also the courage, the fight for what's right.
So well said. As we wrap up this deep dive into the top 25 spy novels, thanks to Tristan and the classics, of course, what's the one thing you want our listeners to take away?
That's a good question. I think it's that spy novels are more than just entertainment.
There's depth there.
Yeah, they reflect our anxieties, our fascination with secrets. Why do people make the choices they do? These books explore all of that.
They really do. And if you're looking for more recommendations, be sure to check out Tristan and the Classics YouTube channel. They have a full list of 50.
A whole world of espionage waiting.
So pick up one of these books, get ready to be transported. Until next time, happy reading.